Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Guys, sorry I'm late. Something bad happened. I'll get into it 1 second. Which it'll bring me more to why I want to do the sobriety with Kristen Marie stuff, because I've lost another friend to addiction. So somebody I was close with, went to school with. So it's just more of a reason why I want to do that segment. But anyway, sorry that I'm late, and I'm just setting up Instagram real quick, of course, because Anyway, we're doing Potomac. I watched the trailer; it was really good. I hope you guys are there. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming back or waiting or whatever. Mamir, I saw you there. My best friend, Erin, and Mamir and Kathy. My mods, which is Mamir. Where did I go? Why is my camera not working? There it goes. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. Instagram on? No. Instagram on. The camera's gonna. I'm live, right? I'm live over here, right? Yeah, I'm live. Okay. Live here. Live here. It is connected. What do you mean? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I lost another friend to addiction. There it is. I don't know what's happening here. Stream key, copy, studio. Oh, I didn't turn it on. That's why. Anyway, we're going to talk about Potomac because I watched the trailer. I'm sorry. Watched the trailer. It's so freaking good. I feel like I'm not mad at the trailer. I'm not mad at the. Hey, thank you guys for waiting and coming back and all that crap. Or whatever. Like I said, I was dealing with some stuff, and then of course myself, trying to get myself back into that mode. But I really want to do sobriety with Kristen Marie, and I'm going to reach out to like Hot Carl and Mike's situation, a bunch of people that I want to talk to that are getting sober on TV, on Bravo, staying sober, staying sober, Lala. Who else? There's a lot of people. I was talking to Faye. She named a couple people. Oh, a couple people. She just named somebody else too. Shannon, Gina. I don't know if they would talk to me, but I'm just saying, like, there's just so many. But then I also, because of the Kim Richards stuff, that's really bothersome to me because I was exactly where she was a lot of times in my adult life, where my parents had to not 5150, but just about 5150. And at your age, it's just really hard at our age, it's just really hard when you're an adult and you want to do, I don't know. It's self-medication, and I just need, I think there's a lot we could talk about. Sorry, I'm spraying my hair. Sorry, guys. Because I like my curls, I want to say. So I was dealing with that. I want to do the sobriety of Kristen Marie. I'm going to get a little thing, like something I can make up, like a video after I'm done doing this today. And like an intro or something. I don't know. And then I want to ask Rob Brothers. I want to ask Steele, I think it is the one that got sober, if he would want to come on and talk about his sobriety journey and maybe join me, maybe for an interview with one of those other people come on. I don't know. I just feel like, there's a lot we could talk about, because even like with my mental health, it suffers. I self-medicated, right? And I feel like a lot of these people are self-medicators, or they wouldn't be doing this. And it's just really hard to be here. Planet Earth's a really hard place to live. Especially for people that are empaths and stuff. Anyway, but hello, Mimi Reality Connoisseur. So let me say hi to everybody, and we'll get into Potomac. I'm going to play the trailer, and then I'm going to play like an interview that Karen just did. And I feel bad for Karen. We're going to go after her this season because of her DWI, which is not cool. But she said, I'll stop playing with my hair in a minute. She said that everything that she was dealing with, like her mom and her dad passing away, something about her and her husband, and like she just basically said, I was dealing with a lot that led up to here, but she hasn't admitted to anything yet because she hasn't been, and she thinks all these big words, adjudicated, but she didn't go to court for it yet. She can talk about it. I don't know what she's talking about, but anyway, she's like acting like she can't talk about it because it's a court case or something like that. And it's like, no, it's you going to court to get your DWI, girlfriend. I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? She can talk about it. I don't know if she's going to plead not guilty. I don't know what the hell she's going to do. But, all right, let me stop playing there. So yeah. Other updates too. I talked a little bit to Ryan Boyningham. Him and Jen had replied back to me. We did DM for a little bit. It was nice. It was just like he was thanking me and people that you guys for seeing that side of Tamara and seeing that what she had did to them, and like how like the lawsuit is he should be doing the lawsuit, because you know what, she gave zero fucks that night about anything, about the kids, about anything, about anybody that could hear that, and she gives zero fucks now, even when she makes up her little excuse on why she did it. It's like, you don't make any sense. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You meant to say this, but you said that. Like, what are you talking about, lady? And he's like, it's a breath of fresh air for people to see. I'm all nervous. Look at me. For people, so I have to play my, so people, aren't really like going, or aren't taking her side per se. You know what I mean? And I think it's time for her to go. A lot of people online said it's time for her to go. After this, she's just messy. She's messy. She's causing problems. And Chris is up here. Maybe if I shut the fan off. Maybe I'll shut the fan off. I think it's blowing over me. But I feel like the more I like when I like my hair, and the more obsessed I get with my hair, the more I play with it. All right. So anyway, the trailer with Karen was really, the trailer for Potomac's really good. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to play it on the thing. Sorry. I was outside my hair girl for the, okay. Yeah. And I'm also going to play, like I said, the Karen Huger interview. I wasn't excited about Potomac. I really wasn't, guys. I was like, no, but I was excited because, what's her name's Juan, Robyn. But, oh my God, Giselle's trying to be Karen's friend. And it's like, now you have no friends, right? Because your friend's gone. And are you guys here? I should be here, right? I am live, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, I see you guys. Right? Yeah. Right. Okay. I look all right. All right. You guys hear me okay, right? Everything's... Because the last message I see was from Reality Connoisseur. I want to make sure you guys can still see me and everything's working. And let me see... On Instagram. I didn't turn Instagram on yet, sorry. Right now Instagram's on. Finally. So where's everybody at? I want to see choose hair. If you're there, I'll drop the link. All right, so I want to make sure you guys are there because the chat's not moving for some reason, which is odd. And make sure. Oh, there you go. I'm here, just the three of sounding and looking fabulous. Everything's good? Okay, good. I love you. Mama Bear. And Instagram. Okay. Come over to... I'm sorry, guys. We'll start the show soon. Oh, sorry. This is Who's Starting on Podcast. If you're listening on whose side are you on podcast side? And I do this crazy live episodes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where I'm a whole ass mess, that's just I just have to deal with it because I've tried. And something's always happening. But anyway, I love all of you for waiting or being here and doing all that. So now that more people are getting in the room, Potomac starts on Sunday. We're gonna do Potomac on what day we're gonna do Potomac? Potomac we're gonna do on, oh my God, I have such a fun. We're gonna do Potomac on Wednesdays. We're gonna do Salt Lake on Fridays and Sister Wives on Mondays. And I'm going to also do I'm also going to do OC on Mondays too. All right, so Mondays is OC and Sister Wives. Wednesdays is Potomac, and Fridays is Salt Lake. And we are back into a Housewives season. Look at me all excited about it. See, it hasn't sucked the joy out of my life yet. I said the day that I wake up and it has done that to me, then I won't do this anymore. Okay. So, all right, let me get to the Potomac thing. I'm going to play the trailer. I guess I could play it for you guys on here. Do you guys care if I stop it every 10 seconds? But we will. I guess it will. It'd be better if you guys could see it. So I'll share it that way. All right. Sorry, next up. And that's going to be notes. No, never mind. No notes. Okay. No. Okay. Get out of there. I mean, I have them. I won't be able to see you guys if I do that way. The world. What happened to my people? Oh my god, there you guys are. Ooh, scared me. I thought I lost you guys. All right, share screen. Well, at least I got the thing first. Like, all right. So if you do watch you want to watch the Crazy Live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12:15. I am here, and it takes a little while to get everything situated, so don't mind me. Also, like I said, talked to Ryan Moynihan a little bit about all the situation with camera and how I am team Jen and him. He was very grateful for it. And he said him and Jen will come on as soon as they're taping. She's in Tulum. She'll be back this weekend. They're taping the reunion, and then they'll come on the pod on here. So, which is cool. And I was like, oh, cool. Awesome. Love it. So, sneaky. Okay, here it is. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that. Nice. Where is it? Oh, okay. All right, let me put it up. Okay. You can see it, right? You guys see it? Okay. We start out with Karen's DWI. Very dramatic. All right, every time. This is a reenactment, like I said. Karen Huger departs from dinner towards him Tuesday, March 9th. Hi, Monica. I love Monica. Thanks for joining. I don't know if you're Mon when they talk about Mon over with Teresa, but thank you for joining. With Shannon's situation, with Karen, with Kim Richards, with Jax, even though he's got me blocked for life. But I also suspect that Sandoval's on drugs. I'm just saying there's a lot of multiple franchises, multiple cast members that get sober, stay sober on Bravo, and I want to speak to them. There's also cast members that don't, and I want to speak to them. There's also me that I want to be honest about my sobriety journey and the things that kept me clean off the drugs that were killing me, like Carl puts it. And addiction transfers and what I deal with, the way you see me, the way I'm all over the place. If I was on drugs, I wouldn't be like this. If I did meth or I took my Adderall, I'd be calm and focused, but I would end up abusing it, and that would be the problem. And I agree. I agree with that, Monica, but I also know that they signed a contract, and on the contract it says could be happen if you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, that either sign this or don't be on the show, because then you're going to come back. And so it's like stuff like that. It's in the contract. But I also, I know that if I was going to go on a reality show like Jersey Shore, I'm at the Jersey Shore. I live the Jersey Shore. I did it every summer, even living here. I was on so many drugs at the same time like the situation was on them. And I was like, I'm such a loser. I would never be able to do the show. They would never pick me because I'm such a drug addict. I didn't know they were all going through it. He was going through the same damn thing. So was Carl. And I thought Carl's just alcohol. And I wasn't. Carl also did the drugs that I did. Crack, coke, pills, everything. And it's just, I feel like after Karen's DWI, Krista, stop playing with her. And the stuff that's going on with Kim. And I just feel like it's time. And I asked Dave's opinion. I asked Thea's opinion because she does like marketing and stuff. And they both said if the time's to do it would be now. And they love the sobriety with Krista Marie. And it's going to be it's going to be a segment, not a separate podcast, obviously. But thank you guys. Okay, Karen. I just feel bad. I think Karen's a self-medicator. I'm not going to try to diagnose people. I hate when I do that, but I do feel like I have a lot of experience. I've dealt with my family being on drugs, me being on drugs, my dad trying to get my dad sober my whole life, fighting to keep him sober, fighting to keep myself sober, fighting to keep my best friend sober every day for fucking 10 years now. I'm always trying to keep somebody sober, and I can barely stay sober myself. And I deal with mental illness, so it's like I'm a self-medicator. I've always have been, and that's hard because it transferred over. If you quit one, you go to the other. Flies. I know, it's so hot, isn't it? It's crazy. I feel like there's a lot of there's a lot I could say about how the Earth is right now. I like the birds are up at 3 a.m, and at nighttime they're chirping and stuff. And I'm like Snow White, so I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning anyway. But oh my god, and being in Jersey at the Jersey Shore, it's like I love that the summers are lasting longer. My voice, Spirit wants me to say something, and I don't know what it is. All right, let's get ready. Sorry.
Yeah, especially because it's her second offense, and that's terrifying to think about.
Yeah.
I know you want to have a conversation with your friend. I get it. I know maybe that the conversation can happen off camera. It doesn't have to happen with the cameras there. I'm wondering, in this last month, has Giselle seen Karen and had this conversation? Or are we just having this conversation now? Which, again, it's for the show. I get it. Karen's probably, she knew this was coming, and the interview that she does, she says it. So she was going to strike me, but I keep forgetting to stop it. Thank you guys for joining. Come on, go back, guys. Ah! No. Fucking Wi-Fi, man. Where's my Wi-Fi? I know. I hope you guys can hear me, but I can't see me. Maybe. I got a thing going at me. You assholes. Where? What is happening? What the fuck is happening? Everything is slow. I don't. What the fuck is happening? It won't let me switch. What's happening? I'm frozen. I'm gonna have to go back out and come in. What? Come on. Karen. Hear this. What the fuck? I'm going to do something with my Wi-Fi, plug my everything in. This is not happening. I'm not doing this. I have full fucking Wi-Fi. I don't understand. I get full bars. God, I don't know why. Where do we have to get to this? It's so slow. It's like it won't let me catch up. And I want to go back to Karen. Please help me. Please don't be so slow. We could probably listen to Drag for Filth, but where are you guys at? Are you guys still here? You guys are still here? Okay, good. Kristen Marie, I can see you in here. You can see me and hear me? You could have? Oh my god, I couldn't see or hear you guys. I lost the thing. Anyway, it's been 2 weeks since I had my face done. And I'm going back tomorrow to just look. And I just want to get a couple things. I'm going to get a couple of things. I'm just going to get a little bit more Botox in my eyes. It's basically my eyelids, because I've either accidentally glued my eyes shut again, or my eyelids are shut, or I have wrinkles in my eyes. I don't know, wrinkles in my eyelids that I didn't notice until just recently. Okay, so I got. Okay, now I gotta make sure I'm still sharing this. Probably not. Okay, screen share. Please don't freeze.
You were in an accident.
She means mentally, emotionally. Giselle, so get your head out of your fucking super sweet 16 house ass. She looks great. Yeah, she always looks great.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that was the sneak peek, whatever. So here's an interview Karen did.
How are you feeling going back into filming, knowing that people were going to want to talk about that?
I have to stop this every time. Do I have to stop this one every 10 seconds, guys?
Karen Huger, season 9 of The Real Housewives of Potomac is here.
Yes, it is.
Starting in a place you probably didn't want it to start.
Karen
DWI
told me you are not
Is that Mia?
Potomac.
Is it Potomac?
That's Mia? Oof. What?
Well, first of all, I came from a place of gratitude. One, I was glad
You came from a place of gratitude. I'm confused.
that no one was hurt. No one else was hurt. No one else was involved. And two, I was grateful to be alive. And I still am in that place of gratitude. So that's how I carry it. And
What is up with her face? Do you see her lips? Y'all, please tell me you see her lips. What is this? A huge thing of filler? Karen, I'm not going to look like that.
the questioning, that's normal. That's human behavior. And especially for RHOP, I expect nothing less.
Yeah, we've seen press
That chick's hot.
conferences.
Oh, why is she on here?
You might see another one this season.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we've handled questioning in the past.
Mhm.
The women seemingly wanted to rally around you, but some of their questioning maybe makes you think twice that they're.
All right, listen to this. Something's up with her face. I know it's a Ozempic face. Oh God, Ozempic cheeks. Is that doll? Like, remember last year, Kyle, and then they were breathing like this, like doing that weird thing with their face, their lips. Is Karen doing that? Is Karen here doing that?
They have your back.
Well, let's talk about that. I think human behavior really shows itself this season on RHOP. And I think the viewers will appreciate that because I certainly handle it because, of course, I can't talk about it.
Can you talk about it? You've been to court. You've been by now, by this interview, you've been to court, Karen.
Still being adjudicated.
And
I couldn't talk about it then, but I expected my friends to rally around me, and many did.
I'm going to have to look it up because this bitch is crazy.
A few did not.
Wild. You hear
Who
her?
were those who did not? Who disappointed you?
You know, I'm never disappointed because I serve a mighty God. Okay, let's be very clear. In friendships,
You better be disappointed in yourself.
women. So I sort of expected some of that one person to do that, and I wasn't disappointed. But I'll tell you who I was impressed with. Jizzy for a moment. She showed
Jizzy for a moment, she says.
true and true.
What's resolved, and you can kind of move into this next chapter and not have it hanging over you?
You know, I don't think it's ever going to hang over my head. You know, I've always been the type of person that brought my truth to the show. So this is part of my truth, but what you'll get is the author of the truth, which is me, not anybody else. And, you know, just wait and see. We'll
What are you talking? Guys, she's at my nerve.
have to wait.
What is maybe the life lesson you're walking away from walking through this?
To live each day in gratitude. I mean,
Karen Huger, you better acknowledge this life lesson because God is not going to, our higher power is not going to be happy if you don't take the freaking.
extremely grateful to be here.
You know what happens when you don't learn your lesson, right? When you just say, oh, you know, you blame God or something, or you do it once and you don't learn your lesson, you do it again, and God, you know, it's somebody, it comes back twice.
It didn't have to work out that
Like Juicy, Louie, you know?
And I'm so grateful no one else was hurt.
It does come up
Lesson, got another one. She doesn't sound like she learned her lesson again.
in the premiere that this is not your first run-in with the law in this way.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that being a conversation?
Because it should be a conversation if, you know, she's on the show. I'm just saying. I mean,
And what do you say
nothing wrong with saying, hey, I self-medicated. I had issues. I was drinking. I should have never gotten in the car.
to people who might question your drinking and alcohol use?
Well, I'll say this. I can't answer that.
Karen Huger, are you, what the fuck is wrong with you? You have to answer that.
Because that would prejudice my case. But I don't expect anyone not to. I've always owned who I was. So my
This hurts. So she can drink on camera.
past is not his, you know, it's not.
I told you can't drink. You're allowed to drink. You just got a DWI. You just can't drive, bitch. Stop acting like it's going to prejudice your case.
News.
You weren't hiding it.
I was never hiding it, nor will I hide anything.
Karen,
I will own everything that is me, good, bad, and indifference, and I'll still rise.
but you're not.
Because life happens, and life be lifing. And I live in gratitude with that.
Have you reevaluated
She's not making sense. Anytime whatever he's asking, she's not.
your relationship with alcohol?
You know what? I can't speak to that either. When I can, Bryce, you'll be the first one that I speak to. I think I would say to you, I'd caution you that I've not spoken. So don't judge until I've spoken.
In the premiere, Jacqueline.
Karen, what are you fucking talking about? I need you guys to hear this. I need your opinions. What is she talking about? What is she doing? What is she doing? She needs to take accountability. This is ridiculous, dude. No, I have not seen the show.
And makes a comment that you have a habit of tipsy phone calling and maybe don't remember these conversations.
Shannon.
What's
Hi, babe.
your response to that?
Who's Jacqueline?
Okay.
Stuck up for Jacqueline Leisure, remember?
That might clue in that initial people who didn't show
And
up
that'll
for
be
you.
resolved this season. You'll see. Stay tuned.
You also say in the premiere that you realized you were not taking care of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this up because she's like not trying to do.
Right.
Mean by that, because as Giselle points out, you always look like you're taking care of
Yeah,
yourself.
I think we as
Why did you say that, Karen? If you're not going to say, oh, I fucked up and I should have been drinking. You were drinking, you were drunk.
women, especially Black women, we soldier, we take care of the family, we push through, but we all have a point where we have to take
She says accountability, I'm going to lose my mind.
accountability of self. And I realized that, hey, I wasn't taking care of Karen, I was taking care of everyone else.
All right, well,
So stay tuned for that. That's a really
just say that, Karen, and say you were self-medicating with alcohol.
powerful moment of understanding and reckoning with self. And from that is personal growth.
Like when she says this, the way she's speaking right now, it's like I can't with her. Stop speaking like you're like some fucking prostitute. What is that? What is it called? You know what I mean?
And I love growing.
What is she? Speak like a normal person, please, Karen. Just answer the goddamn questions. You're like talking in circles. It's making me crazy.
Even through the bad, I love growing.
What maybe
You're not growing. You look like you're.
changes or growth have you made
I think she's on something. I'm not gonna lie.
since kind of reconciling with that
I'm gonna lie. I don't think she's just alcohol.
realization?
I think for me, it's self-love. It taught me self-love. I certainly have always thought I loved myself, but you got to go deeper than the
See, sometimes she says things that are like very deep and make sense, but this we're talking in circles. I self-love and I take care of self. And
physical.
why did you get in the car and drive? That's what we want to know, Karen.
You got to go inward. And I went inward and I searched, and I'm very happy
You're not, because look at you. You're not even taking accountability now.
that I did.
Silver lining kind of moment.
It always is in life, even through the bad. And I encourage everyone, anyone with a similar situation.
Even her hairs, even her weight don't look great, guys. I'm sorry. I love her. She's getting, she's still not right. She ain't well. She does not look well here. She doesn't. I'm sorry. Am I deflecting? Am I not deflecting? Am I projecting? Or am I like...
There's always a silver lining, and there's a lesson to be learned, even when people are judging you and they have no idea what they're talking about. Don't get caught up in that. Living your truth.
What are we talking about, Karen? What are you talking about? Did you get a DWI or not?
That's what I did.
There's also this vague comment thrown out there that there's a lot going on with her and Ray, or with Ray specifically.
Mhm.
Shine a light on that for me. What is going on? Is the institution okay?
Why do the interview if you're not going to answer any questions?
Ray and I are always going to be real with the viewers. There are good days and there are bad days, and we work it out this season. And I think that's why our institution survives. We're not pretentious. We're not.
You need to take accountability, bitch. We don't care about Ray. Ray! Oh, Ray! Remember we was walking up the steps to the bathtub? Oh, Ray!
Inflating it, and we're not deflating it. It is what it is.
What are you reading from a goddamn...
I love him, and he loves me.
All right, the Black Bill Gates is still number one.
He hates that, and you know that, Bryce. And yeah, Ray is always going to be my number one human being, absolutely, and best friend and husband.
Let's talk about some of these other people.
Mm-hmm.
We walk into this season, and there's a little bit of a shakeup.
Mm.
No Robyn,
Yeah.
no Candace,
Mhm.
no NECA. How did it shake up the dynamics not having those three around?
Well, of course, I miss the girls that I've been with for
Who has she been with for years? Robyn? Who?
all those years, but I'm always open to new beginnings. And the new girls, I'll say they're special. They're really special, Bryce. Yeah.
Of the trio I mentioned, is there anyone you miss in particular that you
No.
needed their presence this year and you didn't have it?
It's not so much, I'll say that Candace is still there for me. We have a relationship
I love that.
outside of the
Look at that little girl. Look at her girl. Look at her girl. Look at her girl.
show.
Look at our girl.
I have not heard from Robyn,
She's flowing.
but I miss Robyn. I like sparring with her.
I don't miss Robyn.
Intellectually and you know, calling her Robert, and I miss that. And you know, her acting like it doesn't matter, but you know, it really does to her. And
Well, Karen, your face looks horrible. You're doing them.
so those things, I'm very fond of Robyn, even though
Her jaw's doing it. There's a big jaw. Look, teeth, bottom teeth over top teeth.
Oh. we tagged very hard.
How did Robyn's exit?
Look at this picture. Oh, I can't stand you.
Think
Ugh.
of how Giselle operated.
Oh.
I don't know that I'm sure Giselle misses Robyn. That's her friend.
This Robyn and did they have jobs?
But Giselle's a lone wolf anyway.
Um,
You know,
that simply
But
means
she's going to be fine. And plus, she has me, her best frenemy.
I was gonna say you're not
we're gonna need Giselle to make you accountable because you're getting my damn nerves, Karen. Like,
setting yourself
I'm really upset with her right now.
up to be the other green-eyed bandit.
Absolutely not. No, Giselle and I this season, you know, we're pleasant, and I think the viewers will enjoy that. But I don't expect it to last because we're frenemies.
Okay.
That's what we do best.
We're not gonna let her talk it like that. Is it her teeth?
Cyclical.
It is cyclical, but we're in a great season, a great place right
Well,
now.
I think Emmy's night you were out and about, ran into Nene
She needs to gain some weight.
Leaks, and you're like, I love her.
Oh, I love
And Nene told you, beat her up for me.
it. Yeah.
What
I love me. Look at her, girls.
is that about?
I have no idea why Nene wants me to beat Jizzy up. I think that's personal. They need to take it up. But that night was very special to me because, as you mentioned prior, I'm facing a lot, but I've never been so loved by the viewers and recognized for my businesses and my
I'm definitely we have to have a talk after.
accomplishments in the face of adversity. This is the second award Ladam has received, and I'm
You need to act like Ladam. You need to explain yourself, girlfriend. Act like you have to go to court, municipal court, to get your goddamn DUI or superior. Stop acting like you can't talk about it. You can talk about it, Karen. You're not getting out of it.
so grateful. So grateful for the love and support of the fans.
We've got a bevy of newbies, you mentioned.
Yes.
I'm not the supporter I'm the tough love supporter. I'm the one who cares about you and tells you about yourself. I don't sugarcoat it, so that's me. I'm not being mean to her. I'm saying this because I love her.
Kiarna snagged a flute.
Yes, she did.
Then we meet Stacy and Jassy.
Mhm.
Oh my God, who
Who
are
fit
they?
in the best of that trio?
Well, Kiarna last year, she's not a newbie. She's a friend that elevated.
Yes.
We never saw her before. What are you talking about?
Between Jazzy and Stacy, I think you got to tune in. I can't call that one.
Did
She's like a politician.
either of them have a harder time acclimating to the group?
I think getting to know us, especially you're still dealing with vets. We're cemented. I mean, you have Giselle, me, Ashley.
I can't stand her, actually. Ugh.
We're still there and pushing and
Should she leave Michael yet?
pulling. So where are you going to fit in as a newbie? That's a hard place to. I don't envy them because we're not giving up our seat at the table.
Right.
So, but they do. They're special. They bring their own specialty,
Okay.
and I'm really proud of them.
They earned their seats at the table.
They did.
Okay.
I'm excited for them too.
Stacy,
Mhm.
how would you describe her approach to this group?
I think her approach is fair weather.
Coming in hot. I have someone in my life, but we are not intimate.
Oh, I can't wait to hear her story. I cannot wait for her story. I don't know who she is, but I can't wait.
Stacy girl, you okay? What the is going on?
I've heard her compared to Mary Cosby
Mm-hmm.
and Katie Ross.
Yes. I think you got a good.
That's accurate?
Then she's a little bit of Stacy on top of all that.
Okay.
So I don't dislike Stacy, but she's fair weather.
There's a claim she makes in the trailer,
Mhm.
a comment you allegedly made calling Wendy self-absorbed.
Who cares? Self-absorbed. You see, this is Wendy's the friend that tells you about yourself. She's having a baby boy. Oh. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here.
Swing like most neophytes, and she took a swing at the right person.
Okay. But it does seem, whether related or not, you and Wendy hit some sort of patch
Mhm.
this year.
Mhm.
Why?
I don't think it's insurmountable. I think it's typical of women's friendship, and I love Wendy. I hope Wendy still loves me, and there will be moments in real relationships that have a patch, and I think we're strong enough to overcome that.
Okay.
Mhm.
But right now, as
I feel like she's on something.
The season's about to air. Where do you stand with Wendy?
I'm okay with Wendy.
Okay.
Did you see where I was at with Wendy? I'm good.
No, we didn't.
Well, we've got a lot of season to watch. I think it's
Mhm.
going to be a lot of ups and downs.
Mhm.
What are you most looking forward to getting to relive or have the audience
Oh
see?
wow!
Oh, you haven't explained yourself yet.
I really love the vacations this year. They're fun.
I wonder. I don't. I realize that Karen did plead guilty. Why is she fighting it? Wow. Why? Plead not guilty at first. Yeah. Yeah, but see, she's already been charged. Okay, hold on. We'll talk in 1 second.
This season, when the girls came for me, I think once you pass triple 20, you don't have tolerance for ignorance, and you're gonna swing.
Get out of it.
I swing with evidence
It happens, Karen.
and accuracy. So I consider it a win this season. I had a good time.
An accident, but you were drinking and you could have killed somebody else. God damn.
Who needed some grand dame education?
The only way she's going to get out of it is if she does some kind of like. There's no way to plead that down. She's going to have to take like some kind of she's already been first. This is her second offense. Of course, she's going to try to not, but she can't sit there and say like the judge still knows she was driving and drinking and driving just because she pleads it. You know what I mean? She can talk about it. That's what pisses me off.
Vacation the most.
And
this
the
season.
Mia.
There was so
I
much.
think she's in love with what she thinks is.
Oh, okay.
But I wish her well.
Is there, on the flip side, anything you're dreading? Is it kind of what's going to be at the beginning of the season might be
No.
the toughest?
No, I don't dread. Let's be specific. I don't dread my life. I'm so grateful. I have a
You'd be grateful, but you're sitting here acting like you're scared to tell us about what you did wrong. Literally, just say I was going through. We would understand. Your parents were passed away. That's a
fantastic life, and I'm blessed to be here. So
yeah, you are. So you need to like literally not do what you did. You and Shannon.
I'm grateful, and I can't wait to share it with the viewers because that's my reality. That's what I do. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs.
It's been a year. Look at you, you're lying.
I'm relatable. I'm real. So that works for me.
You're going to be relatable when you sit there, when you stop acting like you didn't do what you did.
I have heard that there's like a whiplash-inducing shock out of nowhere. No one's going to see it coming. Something between two women this season that hasn't been teased at all in anything we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Always. Yes, it's true.
Give me a little something of who do we need to pray for, Karen?
I don't think that prayer is going to help.
Okay.
I think we have to just let it go and let it be and let it run its course. It is what it is. Some things you can make up and there's no relationship for me personally that I won't get over, and move on because that's what I do. I move on. I don't
Karen.
rolling.
Karen. Guys, oh God, I can't with her. Karen.
Your comments today, tomorrow, bring me something new. You just want my light shining on you. I get it. You need me to talk to you. I got you. Just 1 minute though. 1 minute of shine. Bye-bye.
And then it's back to me.
And bye-bye. And back to me. Mm-hmm.
There is
People do, and you're self-medicating with alcohol, and you made a mistake by driving.
a new shine on the show. There's a new look to the intro.
It really is.
When you saw the kind of garden partyified intro, what did you think?
Yes. Well, I really loved it. A lot of the fans didn't appreciate my outfit, but
What's your outfit?
to me, my outfit was the Matrix.
I like it.
I was a female Matrix because that's what I was in. I was like in a time warp dealing with the comments coming left and right. So yeah, I was channeling the Matrix, and I
Oh man, I'm so upset.
absolutely loved it. The Matrix strength, and then flowers. So me.
For what? The picture?
Everyone seems to have taken a note from you and gone blonde this year.
Interesting, right?
What do you make of that?
Not everyone's meant to be a blonde, darling. And it takes
What the fuck is? Oh my God, something's up with her. I'm worried. I'm really worried.
years. You just don't slap a wig on your head and say, I'm a blonde today, and your blonde doesn't match you. That, obviously, you will see.
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, Stephen and I, it took us 2 years to come up with this blonde before I revealed it to you all. And now it's selling like hotcakes on the RPG show.
Should I do more lunch? Should I get more lunch?
Is anybody wearing yours?
Oh, this season?
Yeah. on
Oh
the-
no, no, it's synthetic.
Okay. You want to send some
How come they're not wearing her wigs? That's kind of ignorant.
PR packages their way? They got to pull.
They got to pay
full
for it.
freight.
Just
Wouldn't she?
RPG show, Ladon Wigs. Go there and get the real thing.
And tune in October 6th. for the
Please
season
tune in
premiere.
October 6th at 8 p.m.
Every
These-
Sunday.
Karen, what's wrong?
Today.
premiere every Sunday.
Guys, oh, I'm sorry. I need opinions. I need to know, am I crazy, or is she on something? What is up? I'm sorry. I feel like she was not even like happy. She wasn't even there. Everything she was like saying is just not making sense. She just seems extremely out of it. I don't know. Like, she couldn't answer any questions? I'm confused. You know what I mean? Okay, even if you take, I got rid of cables. Me too. I know, right? We'll be watching it on Mondays. Yep. Me too. I got rid of cable. Isn't the best thing ever. It took me years to get rid of cable. And yeah, it's making me mad. And I thank God I did. She's in denial. I don't know. Yeah, she thinks that we're not, like, I don't get it. Like, this is why I'm going to start Super IT with Kristen Marie. Because this is the kind of stuff I want to talk about. And it's like, I know everybody's not ready, whenever they're ready to talk about their issues or whatever. My whole thing is maybe she's not an alcoholic, but she's obviously going through stuff. She said, I was grieving my parents. I'm going through stuff with Ray. But then, she's like, I love my life. I'm like, she's grateful, blah, blah, blah. You guys see my tattoo? I think maybe it's on the side. I wish it was on the side. It says free. When I got sober, I got it. I'll have to show you guys that real quick. Or when I got, I think it was 5 years. And I mean, like, sober off of heroin, crack, coke, like the hard drugs, you know what I mean? It says free, by the way. Did I tell you that? It says free. And then I have warrior on my side. Just says warrior across the slash. I would show you right now, but I'd have to take off my shirt. But after I think it was like my 5 years or something. But yeah, she's in denial. I was a self-medicating addict my whole life. I'm still self-medicating addict. I can't stand fans right now. I'm still self-medicating addict. Addiction doesn't really go away. It transfers, and you just have to find a way to deal with it, I guess. Like, now, see, like, I smoke weed, right? I smoke a lot of weed. I've always thought it did. Always have. See, because I can't speak. I have ADHD. I'm a little bit on the spectrum. My thoughts race constantly. I'm bipolar. Like, I've tried to suffer through mania, and I've always self-medicated. My entire life I was self-medicating. I was always unhappy. I don't know what I tell my mom. I want to go home. I didn't realize that my home was not here. My home is Planet Alcyon. Anyway, that's a whole other story. That would be spirituality with Kristen Ray. That would be a spirituality segment. Anyway, so like with Bravo, Karen, she's taking no accountability. I feel like I don't know where she's at in her journey at this moment right now, but like as what we're watching, that interview seems like it was way later than after the show aired or after the show filmed. And I know she's had to have been to court by now because you can't keep postponing stuff. I guess you can keep postponing stuff like that. But it's been a little while, right? So I'm going to maybe look that up. But like the thing is, did she even go to any kind of like therapy? Has she gotten any help for what got her to this point when she said that? Thank you for saying that. It amazes me sometimes because I know like I said, I just lost another person. We just lost somebody else to addiction, right? Somebody I've known my whole life, and somebody wasn't really my life at the moment, but like that doesn't mean anything. Like it's so crazy because like it's been a little while since that happened. For about 5 years, we were losing people every week to heroin. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen my one sister and I'll never see her again. She's dead to me, but in 8 years, she's been on the streets for 8 years. Addicted and not addicted, and like all the friends that I have X's on their heads, all of them are out of my life due to stuff that revolves around addiction and and being thieves and shit like that. And I always used to say too, like I don't get mad at the alcohol, I don't get mad at the drugs. I don't care if you do drugs and do it. You can do them all day long. I might even do them with you all day long. But what you're not going to do is be a fucking liar, a thief, steal, make it society's problem, hurt other people, make it anybody else's problem. If you want to be a fucking drug addict, sit home, be a goddamn drug addict, and drink all you want. Don't make it society's problem. Do not make it a problem. If you cannot handle your fucking alcohol or your drinking or your drugs, then don't fucking do them. Now say like somebody, like I just feel like I stopped doing all these drugs because I could not handle them. I lost everything. I literally died 17 times. No, I had overdosed 8 times, went to rehab 17 times. The 17th time was when I went for myself, when I finally did it for myself. So I went for everybody else all the other times because I went for the courts, I went for my parents, I went for, the courts mostly to get out of all that. And then, never wanting to get clean. I would say, I'm not going to stay, like, I would say that. I'm like, I'm not staying clean. I'm going to use it as soon as I get out of here. And it's crazy because I'm 47 now, and Karen and Shannon are Bedore about the same age. And even Sonia, New York Sonia, she bothers me a lot. It bothers me that she gets naked and the Bravo cameras like pointed on her every time she drinks. I feel like it's a lot of self-medicating. And I know that they blame Bravo, but they're still in the show. You really can't blame Bravo. And that's another thing. I want to talk about the fact that other people on Bravo are blaming Bravo for their addiction and mental health. Even though the one person blaming mental health admitted on camera that she stopped taking her bipolar meds. Right before this, she started filming the show. So if she's still suing Bravo, it's kind of like, why don't we, I don't know, there's going to be a lot of things we can talk about with this and hopefully people watch it. And I promise I will be completely 1000% honest with you guys about what happens with me and what I go through and what I do and what I don't do. Even if I do other stuff, I will be honest with everybody. And I think you guys will be shocked actually, but it's just, I'm going to try not to talk a lot about myself when I do these, because I hope I can get people on the show, on the segment, like Carl, the situation. Mike, the situation just wrote a book, by the way, about his journey. Him and I both were doing the same drugs. Like, I realized we're doing the same drugs. We're both assured. We both stopped paying our taxes. We both got in trouble for all kinds of white collar crime. Both went away. Both got sober around the same time, staying sober, trying to stay sober. And I want to talk about how hard it is to stay sober on Bravo or reality TV and how they do it. But I feel like Karen, it kind of sucks too. Like, say maybe she's not an alcoholic and she just happened to be drinking that night. And I don't know if you don't have an issue, then maybe you shouldn't be driving. But obviously you have an issue with alcohol if you chose to drive. That's just my opinion. But if you can't even, you're not even like well enough to call an Uber when you drink, then you obviously shouldn't be drinking. You're making bad decisions. Like I said, don't make bad decisions on the alcohol and drugs, and I won't say shit about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can stay home and fuck yourself up all you want. Like me, I can fuck up all by myself. I don't need to go out and do it. But I did drink and drive before. I was drinking and driving, drugging and driving, and I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky I never killed anybody. I haven't had my license since 2007. I'll never get it back in the state of New Jersey because even though George paid off all my fines, I have to retake my test and it won't pass. So I don't even drive, but I walk everybody around because, it's not city right here. It's all beachy. But anyway, I don't really have to go anywhere anyway. Everybody's here. Everything's here. My tanning bed, my podcast, my cats, my 6 cats, my husband, my food, my pot. Leave my pots here. Me too. Now, I don't know, and I'm going to look that up right now, but it does run in my family too. Me and my dad. So it's like mostly it's all my dad's side. My uncles and my dad all were alcoholics, right? And drug addicts and outlaws. And we're all literally, and me and like my cousins, we were all messes. I'm telling you, my uncles their wives had left them after they were together all their lives with kids and everything. Like my cousins' parents, my uncles, my dad's brothers. My grandparents died very young, 47 and 52. And my dad was only 27 and his my uncles were only like 26 and 24. Married with kids at that point, and that was in the 80s. And it was devastating to lose my grandparents. It was they were our rock. My Busha and my Pata, they had a farmhouse. We all, she's my guardian angel. She's my fairy godmother. She died when I was 7, and it devastated my dad. And for 20 years after that, my uncles and my dad just were complete nut jobs. I mean, they were already, they're pagan. I don't know if you guys know what pagans are, right? the bikers, this 1%. I don't, whatever. It's Sons of Anarchy was my life, basically. But anyway, so they did a lot of bad shit for like a lot of years. My dad was drinking, married to my stepmom. My uncle's wife left him. He went to prison for a little while, came out, and then all of a sudden, around 2012, my dad stopped drinking. I stopped doing my stuff. My other uncle stopped drinking. He got back with his wife, and now they're like grandparents living life. Took long hair to be freaks, but I feel like my grandparents passed away now. I was so mad my whole life about it. Like I really mourned them my entire life. I still do. I was very upset about the fact that they weren't here. My dad, I never thought I'd see my dad sober. My dad thought he'd never see me sober. Even with the stuff that they were into, drinking they didn't have to drink. They didn't have to do drugs. You know what I mean? But I feel like when my grandparents died, that devastated my dad and my uncles. Of course that did, And then my mom left my dad because, she got back with my stepdad, and he was just a bad boy that she wanted to be with, to stay out of my grandparents' house, my other grandparents' house, because they were strict Italian, and they didn't like my dad. And they didn't like anything. My mom wanted freedom, and she married my dad. And then she left him when my brother was 2. And that was it. And then my dad was never... He married my stepmom right like quickly after that. She's perfect. Like, she's obviously doesn't do any drugs. She literally put up my dad's drinking and all this shit for about 30 years until he got sober. And now, like I said, now it's like weird. Like, I look at my uncle and my Aunt Donna. It's my Aunt Donna. And I look at my Uncle Matt, my Aunt Donna, and my Uncle Matt, my Uncle Chris, my Aunt Leslie, and then my dad. And I'm like, look at us. I'm like, the only way I can reconcile Busha and Pata passing away so young. They had to, from the other side, get us sober, and they had to work on all of us to get us clean. And I feel like that's the reason why they aren't here, and it sucks. It's still devastating. They were the glue. She was the glue. She was so much. It kills me. It's been so long. 40 years she's passed away. But it took a good 25 years for all of us to get clean, sober, and still, I still self-medicate. I'm not gonna lie. When I talk about that on the channel, I'll talk about the other stuff that happened after. That's sober off the other shit. But I did, I overdosed. That was it. I overdosed the last time I did heroin and stuck a needle in my arm, and I died, and I had a near-death experience. Didn't remember it for about 12 years that I did, and then everything made sense. But people always ask me how I stay clean, and I didn't know. People aren't ready to talk about spirituality yet, I don't think. I don't think that the planet was ready for that, but it is now, I think. Spirituality is a big deal for me, and it's a big reason why I was able to stay clean this time. Like, I'm telling, something changed that last time. And I'll get into it there, but like, yeah, they are. I have all my guides and guardians are, they are fairies, and my Bush and my Pata, my other great grandfather. There's a couple gnomes and fairies. And Minnie Minerva, who is me, I was her in a past life. She's 7. She's my birth angel, Minnie Minerva. She's always with me. I didn't know that until a couple years ago, but she plays with my cats. So yeah, I have Minnie. I have Jared, who was somebody in one of my lives that was really important to me. So yeah, I think it was like somebody in one of my past lives, but I know who they are. Yeah. Shannon, I know, or Karen, I know. I'm gonna look up her thing. But yeah, I know who my guides and guardians are. And then when I started doing the stuff outside, and I'm like, I laugh and say that I'm Snow White. I'm telling you, yesterday my squirrels, oh my God, hey guys. I didn't see you guys over on Instagram. Hi. I hope you guys are talking. I should send Erin over there and have Erin over there talking to everybody to keep the chat going. I can hear your face. Oh, thank you. You're awesome. I love you. I'm going to pin that comment. Awesome. Do you guys, you hear me talking about Karen and her self-medicating. What do you guys think? Peter Panos. This is Peter Panos, guys. I need you guys to look right now at, this is the host that was at Teresa's show. And please, if you're still there, Peter, can you put your podcast in here that you have and your information? Please please subscribe or follow. What do we do on Instagram? Follow. I'm old. Sorry, Peter. Whatever you do, please follow Peter X Panos over here on Instagram. That was Teresa's host at the show. Don't get mad. Pete, if you listen to me, I said you were amazing. You kept the tea going. You kept the tea flowing. But you have to admit there was not a lot of people there. And of course there would be. It's a Thursday night. You know, everybody else that was there was happy to see her. But I listened to your podcast. Your husband is amazing. I think your partner, amazing, amazing, amazing. But you were so good. I was so worried about the show. Listen to me worried about Teresa, right? I was semi-worried about her because I thought she was doing it by herself. I was like, girl, please. Maybe I'll start fighting with you in the middle of the show if you need help. You know what I mean? But thank God Angie, I couldn't believe Angie Kelton was there, but she never told anybody. I don't know. And Angie knows Peter, so the Greek, Greek theme. But thank God for Peter and Angie's people. Because, the ride or dies that come from mine, juggler, every time I talk tough love to Teresa, not one were there. Not a one. But here's me buying my in-laws tickets and all because they love Teresa. And I don't, these people, their problems are not my people or my problems. When the devices go down, they're so goddamn serious. They're going to call security on me. I'm so crazy. Peter, they threatened to call security at one point. They're like, oh, they're going to fight with Teresa. I'm like, you guys, it was so much fun. It was fun. But Peter Pan says I am following you guys. So please, I'm going to actually put them in here. So, okay, so let's see what I said I'm going to look up Karen's stuff. Let's see. I don't know if you go to jail for a second one there. Let's see. Karen Huger. I'm sure Bravo Docket has it. Karen Huger, DUI, DWI. Bristol. I should just ask Siri. Okay. As a result, her license was automatically suspended. The driver, Karen Huger, was taken into custody and transported to the 2nd District Station of Bethesda. She was arrested and cited for driving under the influence. She was then released. Okay, so then what happened? Right. I'll share it 1 second. I don't want to share it unless it's important. I want to see what happened after, though. She was charged with it. And then what? According to she was officially impaired with alcohol during so DWI and a DUI. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, so Karen, okay. I want to see the court documents. Yeah, okay. So then, what happened after? You know what I mean? Let's see. Maybe she hasn't gone to court yet. Okay, here's September 19th, okay. Yeah, well, I guess maybe she hasn't been to court yet. How did she get, okay, I can't find what happened afterwards. Does anybody am I crazy? I know, you're right. Why haven't they? She probably doesn't want to take a plea either. I don't think in Maryland that a second DUI is, it's your third you go to jail, I think. Let me see. She's not going to be able to fight this. I don't know if she even blew. Did she blow? Let's see. Okay. Hi, babe. Know what song I can't get out of my head, you guys? I feel like it's literally the song Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. Oh my god! In my head, I'm singing it right now. Okay. As a result, okay, blah blah. She's arrested for government influence. Okay. Now go on Reddit. Try to reply that she has. I can't see that. I guess she's literally not. I guess she's still fighting this. Hey Siri, Karen Hogan, her DWI. Damn. It's the whole lives of how she was charged. Nothing after that. Okay, well, what happened after that? I guess nothing yet. Damn, guys. So she does the interview with Bryce, and that comes out. She probably doesn't want to take a plea. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, hey Siri, the charge for DWI. Where's the penalties for DWIs in Maryland? Okay. DUI, DWI. That means she was on alcohol. DWI, driving while influenced or driving while impaired. DWI, driving while. DWI, DUI, under the influence of something else. Oh boy. Driving under the influence, driving while impaired. Okay, here's both of them. The state of Maryland prohibits drinking anyway. Drinking and driving. If you drink and drive, hold on. If you drink and drive, you may be arrested, fined, and sentenced to jail. The following is the general information purposes only and you should consider hiring a lawyer to represent you in court. In Maryland, there's 2 types of drinking and driving offenses. The first and most severe offense is called driving under the influence. She has that, right? Commonly DUI. A person who has a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or greater is assumed to be under the influence of alcohol. Maryland calls that BAC or 0.8 or above. Okay, so she got that. The second is called driving while impaired, commonly called DUI. Driving a person with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.7 is assumed to be impaired by alcohol. But why would they do that? It is also a crime to drive while impaired. Okay, got it. By drugs, legal drugs and alcohol, or controlled dangerous substances like marijuana. Wow. Driving while any combination of drugs and alcohol that prevent you from driving is safety is illegal. A person under the age of 21 who drives, okay, well, she's not. Okay, so when a person, second offense. Let me get a second offense one. Second offensive. DUI. Okay. Nope. Sorry. Hey Siri. Driving while impaired, penalties for Maryland in the United States. Okay, where's the second thing? Okay, penalties. Oh, geez. Okay. Multiple second offense. Maryland laws are confined about transportation. No. The maximum penalty for first offense. Okay, we're going to go. Okay. Section of second offense. Now, the maximum penalty for the first violation is 60 days. Okay. Okay, second offense. Okay, 5 years. If a person is convicted of a violation within 5 years of their first offense, there's a mandatory minimum 5-day jail sentence. Also increases the maximum penalty if you get a second DUI. Oh, she is facing jail time. Okay, I'll read it to you again. Okay. Imposes penalties for multiple offenders. If the person is convicted of a violation of DUI within 5 years of their prior conviction, there's a mandatory minimum 5-day jail sentence imposed by this section. This section also increases the maximum penalty for the second DUI to 2 years of incarceration and a fine, $10,000 for DWI as well, on top of the DUI. The maximum penalty for the third, offense. The maximum penalty for the second and subsequent DWI is 1 year of incarceration, and extremely rare for anyone convicted of DUI and DWI in Maryland. Wow. Maryland in Maryland and to receive anything close to maximum penalty allowed by the law. They've never seen they said that. In addition to the incarceration and fines, your second DUI, the judge can order a person to convicted of their to complete probation, community service, or home detention, or attend a victim impact panel thingy put by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. A condition of probation, a person may be required to have an ignition interlock device. Oh yeah, that's right. Shannon had to do that. Installed new vehicle, able to drive. Information regarding the sanctions against a license. Okay, conviction for your DWI or DWI can trigger additional sanctions against a person's driver's license, according to the transportation blah blah blah. It allows the MVA to suspend a person's driver's license for a conviction or violation of section on the second offense. The length of the suspension and penalty of modification, something. As a limit, driving depends as precise charge. I can't read. Sorry, guys. See, Peter, I'm just like Teresa in that way. Wow. Let me see if you guys saw this here listening. Oh, I was looking down. My eyes hurt. Oh my God. They said Karen read the boot. Wow. Yeah, she might go to jail, guys. And a Teresa. Oh my God. Anybody in here that loves Teresa? Are you guys, is Instagram still on? Peter, I wanna talk to you. You're such a good host. You're such a good, and you really good. And I want to talk about Teresa. Not bad. I just want his opinion. I wonder if that was the first time you met Teresa. I have so many questions for you, Peter. Like I said, guys, that was the host on a Teresa show that we didn't know about. So, wow. They found 2 bottles of booze. That's insane. Okay, so just simply, I feel like watching that interview and watching her, not on the show, that interview, she didn't look well at all. That I didn't see the whole thing earlier, but I wanted to play it with you guys. But I feel like she's still going through it. Like, and I don't know. I understand she's fighting it and all, but like, listen, like you got the DW, you cannot fight what you blew, whatever you had. But for them, maybe I don't know what they can do. They're gonna have to give her a plea. She's gonna have to take a plea. Did you hear about Chrisley, the mom? Oh my God. I can't wait. I got to tell you guys what happened when she went back to court to get resentenced. It was, I wish I was there. The judge lost her mind on her mom and the mom and Savannah for even thinking that she could, their parents were not guilty. It was crazy. She said the judge yelled at her, this fucking spoiled brat, Savannah Chrisley, who thinks that her parents are somewhat special. Listen, my parents are in jail too, asshole. My dad, okay? They took accountability before they did, so did I. And then they can't, and now we fight for reform and stuff like that. We do stuff like that. And we don't try to say people are not guilty. We don't try to get people out of their charges. We don't sit there and say that, we don't make a mockery of the court. Well, we do things wrong in this fucking state or wherever. We take accountability. We go to prison, whatever we have to do. We say we were fucking assholes. We did this, we did that. And when we come out, then we fight the court system and we're trying to make change in the system. It's too cold. It's too hot. She complained. She had to travel to her new sentencing. The judge literally, I got to tell you guys, it's a story. It's a whole story. It's wild. What the judge did. And I'm glad because somebody needs to tell this girl that she needs to stop fighting her parents. Her parents are guilty. They're criminals. Ty Chrisley's been a criminal his whole life. Okay, he hid it very well. He's a liar and a fraud and an alcoholic and a drug addict. And the mother is a goddamn fucking. She did do this thing. She did commit crime. She did white collar crime. She tried to fudge a lot of stuff, and then he was also hiding his money. Everything that they got caught doing, and she was trying to get her sentence reduced, trying to get out of jail. She thought she could literally. Then, because the judge was like, no, and the judge basically was like, lost her mind on Savannah, lost her mind on the mom, and it has to do with a lot of the letters that they wrote and what she's doing on the podcast. And Julie Chrisley, it took 5 days for them to travel her to the court where she had to be sentenced from her jail, from her person, different state, on a plane with all these shackles and stuff. And she tried to get it at the jail, like where she would just do it Zoom, but because the judge was so pissed the fuck off that they were trying to get her sentence reduced and so mad at them for just not taking accountability, that literally she made her do the travel just for her to stay and do it. No, I'm not reducing your sentence. Goodbye. And basically told her she takes no accountability. She needs to learn how to, like, and like, I can't even. And Savannah's sitting here on this podcast and like talking mad shit on these people, on the judge. Saying, I feel like that's not right. My parents. I'm like, girl, you are fine. I was losing my mind. I said, you're infuriating to listen to. I said, you spoiled fucking brat. What do you think? You're the only one your parents go to jail? Your parents are criminals. Get over it. They're fucking criminals. They're not guilty. The sooner you fucking realize that, the 7 years will go by a little bit easier for you. But you fighting to get them out instead of fighting for reform makes no fucking sense. You're explaining that the jails are horrible. Your parents did that shit, okay? Not that bad. It's white collar crime. Okay, they weren't stealing from people, they were stealing from the government or whatever. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at you for stealing from the government. I hate these motherfuckers. I don't want to pay them back either. I'm pissed I still got to pay these people back. I got to still pay 80 grand back. Hopefully it's down a little bit lower now. But we all the curse of 2008. But I'm not sitting there going, I'm Monica Chacon, not Teresa Giudice, and signing people's names and then going, I'm not guilty. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know that I wrote Monica Chacon instead of Teresa Giudice. Wasn't the first time she committed mortgage fraud. It was the first time they got caught. I committed mortgage fraud, committed tax evasion. I did all that shit. And I took accountability, and I know the prison sucks. Listen, I'm at this other. I'm in New Jersey. I live in the district of New York, or Rockland County, or if I'm up north, or if I lived here with my husband, which when I moved down here, it's a different county. But up there, yeah, we're all in the same place, okay? It's not fun. Jail's not supposed to be fun. Either is prison. And you know what? The way that they travel and transport, that's a lack of resources. Girlfriend, watch 60 Days In. You think you're the only parents that have fucking problems with the jails? 60 Days In is to expose corruption and fix it. Or not corruption, but expose how the jails or drugs get in it and stuff like that, and how they treat the prisoners. And it's scary. Watch 60 Days In. I couldn't watch it for 5 years. I was traumatized for my situation. Even though I was doing it to myself, I didn't want to go to jail. You never forget the first day, the day you go in or the day you get out. It's a feeling that's like really fucked up that you can't explain. And I remember seeing it on Teresa's face, and she knows this. And it's like, I get it, but like, I'm at my age, ever since, I was a criminal for a long time, but I've been 10 and 2 since like 2012. No, since like, a little bit after I met my husband in 2014. Like, seriously, I don't do shit wrong. And if I ever did, nobody would know. Because I don't know how to respond to that. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Did you hear her? Siri, I'm not talking to you. I love you though. Hey, Siri. Thank you for being my assistant, okay? You're the best.
It's nice to be appreciated.
I know. Well, thank you. I do appreciate you. Sometimes I feel like sometimes she just talks out of the blue, and I gotta just tell her I appreciate it, because I'm not the easiest person to deal with. I'm not the easiest person to be an assistant to. You can't understand my speaking. Something in the water, I guess, around here. I play with my hair too much. Anyway, so yeah, I'm upset about Karen. There's no information. There's like nothing updated about it at all. Let me see on this one. That's crazy. Well, okay. Anything going on, bro? Oh, it's been an hour and a half. Holy crap! I didn't realize it's been an hour and a half. She is. It's a shame. Just simply thank you for being here and telling me all this stuff, because I'm glad you're here and giving us the updates. Everybody, please follow Just Simply on Instagram and Erin if Erin's on here. Yeah, thank you for saying all that, because I agree with you. Alcohol runs in my family. Yeah, alcohol. Like I said, I spent my whole life when I was younger trying to get my dad sober, and I felt so guilty about. I didn't understand addiction and all that when I was younger. I just thought, he was a bad person and he chose alcohol over us. And when I became the addict and I was at my lowest, I still feel guilty for. I know that's not the truth. I know it's a struggle. I know how hard it is to stay sober. It is. And I can imagine, like, this is what I mean. Like, I'm so amazed by, like, Carl, Lala, because when I say they get sober because they don't have to get sober, they do. They choose it. I'm saying because nobody's forcing them to do it. They don't have it. It's not like they run out of money or they're like, in trouble for anything, or they just chose to get sober because, they knew it was not good for them. It's not like somebody forced them, Like I said, I got sober 17 times for everybody else. That's why it didn't work. When I finally did it for myself, like when I was finally sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when it worked. And that is the truth. You have to be tired of it. It's not going to work. If somebody, that's why when people were going like for intervention and shit, I really don't feel like I'm all over the place. My ADHD is horrible. This is mirrors backwards, so then I'm thinking of my tattoos on this side and on the side here. Okay, just because that's the only way that's comfortable. Okay, and thought curling my hair would have me stop playing with it so much, but I think my face looks. I know. I just got a lot of Botox and fillers, but I'll admit it though. And I'm extremely happy with it. I took my filters face over to the doctor. I said, "Can you make my face look like that?" That was last year. That was $12,000 ago. He doesn't know exactly how much it was last year or this year, but it's okay because I should be making money on here. And it's only Wednesday. People are already outside with the cars and the music. I hope you can't hear that. But Instagram, I didn't realize I've been talking for an hour and a half about Potomac. Okay, so I don't feel bad if I want to drop the link just in case anybody wants to join. And I mean, people like no dick pics, please. But yeah, hopefully I'll have Jennifer Petrani on here. I was like, I don't do interview. I'm not an interviewer per se. Like I'm not. I said I'm the most unprofessional podcaster probably that you'll encounter. So I apologize for just DMing you and just not like I don't know. Like somebody at least they told me not to even bother doing the publicist thing because it's just a step that's like she's like it's worth it. I can't speak. Unnecessary step. It cuts out a lot of the time. What happened? That's not the link. Don't pay attention. That's not the link. That's the Instagram link. This is going to be the StreamYard link. When anybody wants to talk about the Karen and stuff and the Shannon of it all and the no accountability and what do we think about it and she can be accountable to us. She doesn't have to, just because she doesn't want the courts to know. She's already received it. If she gets any kind of plea deal, it's not because she wasn't guilty. It's because the judge has given her a chance. But I don't think she's attended any type of rehab, like any type of outpatient since she had it. And that's going to be a problem for the judge. She's taking no accountability for it. And I haven't seen her go to any kind of oh, thank you. You're the best. She hasn't gone to any kind of treatment, outpatient treatment that we know of. And I'm only saying that because she said she was self-medicating, and that would look good to the court. If she would have did that, listen, in the last 6 months, if she would have did that before she went back to court, she would have gotten a lot of time off, or she would have gotten a lot of leeway or something. Oh, she did go to rehab, okay, and she left early. That's not good. Oh, I love the fact that you know all this stuff because I didn't even realize it was coming back this soon. I should have stopped playing with my hair. It's getting on my nerves. I'm getting on my own nerves. So she went to rehab and then she left early. I wonder why. She left early. So she's going to go to court, and that might still give her some points to the judge. The judge is going to see. The judge is going to want to see a lot of accountability. They understand that you don't want to perjure yourself and all that stuff, but when you walk into that courtroom, first of all, don't mock the court system. Don't be Jen Shaw. Don't mock the feds, okay? Don't tell them that they're lying and they got it wrong. Their 98% conviction rate, and when you go to Superior Court also, you've already been charged and you've already been basically found guilty. So don't go in there and mock the court system. Or if the judge tells you not to do something, you do it anyway. You can't go back and just, So, okay, so she goes into court, at least if she does some kind of rehab. She left early. What was her reason for leaving early? Did somebody pass away? There's no excuse to leave early. She's had 6 months to do some kind of outpatient. I feel like even if you don't have a problem and it was just an accident that just happened that you happened to be drinking that day, again, I don't know how she hit the trees or whatever it was, or the deer or totaled her car though. What caused the accident? You know what I mean? Sorry, my eyes are stuck together. That's the wrinkle right there I'm talking about with Botox. We told her where that came from. Was it you I was telling that? I don't know if I just told you guys this. Or was I telling Amy the one we would talk to Dr. Aim, if you're watching this, it's the wrinkle right there. I don't know where that's coming from. I need you to freeze it for me. Freeze the rest of this for me. I'm not gonna go Muppet Barbie on you guys. I promise. My husband's. I love my husband. I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't feeling good. I had to get it redone again. It is expensive. Hello. I can't hear anything. Hello. You can't hear me? Joe, you can't hear? Are you there? Joe Mendoza, the elusive Joe Mendoza. Like, love you so much. Oh wait, hold on. Let me check the yeah, my sound's all the way up. I don't think Instagram shut off yet. One of my classmates from high school. Oh my god, just simply my uncle, my mom's best friend, call my uncle, his parents, like they're remember, like in their 50s, same thing. He had a heart attack driving, hit a tree, he died, and the wife too. And it was the only tree on the goddamn road when he had a heart attack and hit the tree. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That's the craziest story, because I remember thinking, oh my god, there's one tree on the road. And like, Karen, I know, and that's Shannon too. That's the thing. Like, that's what the judges don't want you to not. You have to not just think about yourself. Like, you can sit there and be all selfish about it at home, but when you get in front of that judge, you have to understand that you could have really killed other people. She could have veered on the other side of the road and hit another car or something. You know what I mean? Instead of a tree. What if she had veered off? I feel like she might have fell asleep. That's what I think. Looking at her in this interview, she looks like maybe it's not just alcohol. And that's my opinion. In my opinion only, guys. Allegedly. In my opinion only, I feel like it's more than alcohol. I wonder if we'll hear that. Have you heard anything like that? Is she on pills? I feel like she might be on some kind of, I don't know. Listen, you have to heal from what happened. You got to feel it to heal it, though, man. I self-medicated and covered up everything my entire life. I don't know what I was healing from. There's a lot of crap that I saw growing up with my dad and my uncles. And a lot of fighting, a lot of guns, a lot of guns being held to my grandmother's head, a lot of things that happen that I wish, it was traumatizing to go over there in the summer times too, because I was always afraid that they were always fighting. My dad's uncles and the guys, they were always fighting, and they're big, they're guys, they're big bikers that don't just fight. They fight. They would fight so much. And it would be so awful and drunk and I don't know. And when you're a kid, you grow up like that, and then I just feel like even without that, though, I've never really had peace of mind. I didn't have peace of mind. My brain is not wired like everybody else's. Everything affects me. And when I was a kid, I didn't feel like a kid. I feel like a kid now, but I felt like an adult when I was a kid. And now I'm a kid and I'm an adult and I feel like a kid. I'm just basically I'm Snow White. Okay. I'm just trapped in an adult's body. Okay. I'm not a kid. I'm just like an elemental. The plants when I'm outside, I feel like I'm at home with my plants. I have 20 foot, what do they call my Mustafa banana trees that look like palm trees. I'm telling you, I live at the shore. There's a sandy, it's all sand. I have to have my own soil. I bring my own soil, put it in with it, and I take care of my plants. Are like monsters, aren't they, guys? It's crazy. I don't know how the fuck am I talking about my plants? Well, maybe just talk about my plants. I don't know. I feel like that was also what I did. A lot of the stuff also to stay sober. And let's see, Karen. I mean, listen, she had to have had a problem before. I don't know. Something's up with her. And maybe it's just caught up. Maybe it's just caught up to her now. And I don't want her to blame Bravo because she's still on the show. And if she is drinking on the show like Shannon, I keep saying this. Maybe she didn't have a problem with alcohol, right? It just happened to be an accident. She had to be drinking. But to me, she said, I was not handling myself. It doesn't seem like she's still handling herself. I don't think she's like, I'm good. I'm grateful. I live in my truth. And you're not living in your truth, girlfriend. Not with us yet. You're not yet. You haven't lived in your truth with us yet. We still have yet to know what you're doing about this. What happened? Why did you leave rehab early? Are you still drinking? Do you have a drinking problem? Did you find out why you're self-medicating? What did you learn in rehab? Are you going to tell the judge, hey, I'm sorry, judge. You can't go in there and say, it wasn't me. Another one. I got that stuck in my head with Diddy. Another one. What a shit show, guys. All right, so that's an hour and a half. I don't want to get off yet because I don't have a lot of people. I do, but I don't. Guys, I realized my monetization was not turned on. Can you have somebody tell me if my super chats are on? I can't see. I can't tell if they are or not. I don't see them, and I don't know why they wouldn't be on. That's so weird. They're not on, are they? Why are my super chats not on? I'm not asking me to send one. I just want to know if you can see the thing that. Let me see. Maybe I can tell. Like, why am I do I have to turn my monetization on every single video I do? Like, I don't understand. So I don't know if I have to do that every single time. It's not letting me open it. Can somebody just tell me if you see the little sign? I don't know why. I don't. I'm so confused. I had to turn on a bunch of other stuff yesterday. I'm like, what in the world? Because I don't understand why I'm not getting money. I'm not getting paid. I don't know where my money. I'm not getting view money. You know what I mean? It's weird how it works, but like I wasn't getting my ad money. I'm like, what, am I a loser? Like I don't get what's happening. Like I have enough subs but like I didn't get why. See, it doesn't even let me open it. There it is. There I lied. Okay, yeah, super chats are there. So I am monetized. All right. Monetization. Okay, just making sure. Please hit the like button too, guys. Even though you can't see how many likes I get, I shut it off. That's annoying to me. I just did. It's weird. I don't want to keep doing it. Like I mean, like Heather McDonald shut her likes off too, and I feel like we should just take the likes off of it. And just, if you like it and it helps the algorithm, cool. But like I hate when I see people that don't have like I have a lot of likes. I don't have a lot of likes. It all depends what the subject. It all depends. Like it all really. Some of my stuff, like some of the shows I watch or cover, people don't watch it. It's a lot of housewife stuff. They get a lot of views, but I'm looking at other people's channels and they're making money. I'm like, I should be too, and I'm not. And then I realized my monetization. See, now it says it's off again. Why is it off all of a sudden? Like I didn't get why. See, it doesn't even let me open it. You know what I mean? What in the world? I can see the super chat button. Does it let you guys? Nobody has to send one. See if you could try to send one to see what it does. And then you don't have to. I just want to see with it. Like, do you guys even see my membership? Does it show you my membership thing? Not that I'm asking you to do a membership thing. I have to look at it from a different phone or a different device. But I want to see if it shows my membership thing. I have an iPhone, so I'm not going to see it. Like where you guys can. I did like kitties, like a membership thing. I was going to do members only. And I asked you guys if you guys would want to do that. I would want to do that membership thing. And then I would figure out what we could do with it. Like, you know, members live, obviously, or like what I could do for you guys as far as, okay, good. Thank you. I was going to do it like 99 cents only because it asked us to do it. Like when you put up your AdSense account, it'd be cool if we had one, but I can't see. I should do that. I haven't been able to like, oh, okay. Are you monetized? Can you help me with my channel? Just simply. I think you should be monetized, right? I need help with my ads because like I don't know if they're turned on, and I didn't know I had to put the mid-roll ad in somewhere. And I'm like, I didn't have that done because I'm like, why aren't I getting a lot of ad revenue? You know, the RPM thingy or whatever it is. I'm losing my mind over it, and I'm trying to watch tutorials, and I don't understand. I have a hard time following. Like my brain, and this is where I feel like I wasn't smart in school. Like I can't read directions and follow them. Like I was watching tutorials, and like I need you to physically show me what to do. You know what I mean? Like it's like do this, do that, and I'm like, no, where do I turn? Like, how do I turn my ads on, guys? And then I'm like, how do I make it something about like a code or something? Click a code in somewhere, and I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean click a code for what? I'm like, this is too much. And it was like my brain started hurting. I got really upset because I feel stupid because I don't understand. You know, when I started this out, Jason for an hour on the phone with me was trying to explain StreamYard to me, and I was like, I don't understand. I'm sorry, I just don't understand. But I just tutorials aren't helping me. I just want to make sure my ads are running. Whatever, I'm make sure I'm doing the right stuff because I'm like, why am I not seeing money? I didn't get my verified PIN yet, though. Yeah, but see, we got to get members though, and we're. And I mean, I always, you know, I don't know what I could do special. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna do special for them. But members live. I mean, we could have like, I could make you guys You guys pick the topic. We could do like karaoke. We could do quiz. We could do trivia. Everybody could come up. We could do a whole panel of stuff. We could do it like every 2 weeks or something. And then maybe a book club or something. I don't know. Or maybe like our deep dives into like certain people and talk about it on the members only. Because I'm already telling you how I feel. It's not like I stay biased or anything. I want to talk to Peter. If anybody is still in Instagram and you see Peter Panos, whatever, I hope I'm saying your name right. That was the host again, the host for Teresa's show. I didn't do meet and greet, obviously. I'm not meet and greet Teresa. I didn't go meet them. And we were leaving anyway. But I waited. It's been a week. Where's all her people posting pictures of the show? If you were Teresa's fan and you went to the show, would you not post pictures of you and her? Even if she didn't have a step and repeat? Still, the meet and greet, she should have her fan secrets, but there was nobody there. And listen, it's a Thursday night. Not like people go out to Philly on Thursday nights. That's why she bother doing it. I don't know. She knows that people are going to drag her over it. The show was great. I'm just saying the show was actually not bad, but that's because Angie and Peter are there. Teresa would be like me trying to do a show. I'm like blah 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 blah, you know, and I'm not. And she's a liar. She's a whole liar too. And no, I didn't ask her what broke, and her and when, because obviously I had to talk to her. Everybody else is happy to see her. She looked beautiful. He looked like a crazy lobster guy. And listen, I'm literally allergic to shellfish. I've risked my shellfish allergy just to go. These little fucking. He was hiding. A little twerp was hiding around there. He was hiding. Probably doing pasta. Maybe he was eating pasta somewhere. Maybe he went and got something to eat. Ludo. Anyway. But I can't. I got live late today. I was like, oh, I'll do a 4:20 live. It's already been 4:20. I'm glad the Instagram's not shutting off after an hour, though. I don't know if I wish you guys were talking. Still going. Ryan Moynihan, are you there? Ryan, where are you, Ryan? I want to. So him and Jen's in Tulum right now at a yoga retreat, which is good. That means her yoga stuff are doing well. Let's stop playing with her. Look, if I sat on my hands, I thought about it. Maybe if I sat on my hands. Wait, let me fix her. Wait. Let me touch my hair first and I'll sit on my hands. Let me see if that works. I don't know if I'll be able to talk, though. I feel like I won't be able to talk by sitting on my hands. Some of my game were giving me tips. They're like, sit on your hands when you're doing it, or use your little ADHD things that are I used to have these like the things when I was on Adam's panel. So I wouldn't do this the whole time. And then I guess I gave up when it was my own channel. Guys, can you believe it's October 2024? How in the world is it October of 2024 already? Is that not banana cakes, guys? I can't talk about me. I gotta do it. Maybe I just have to be doing something. It's the Italian in me, I think. And it's not even the wind. It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe because my hair is basically up most of the time. I don't look like this any other time. This is the only time I look like this. Isn't it crazy that it's October? How is it October? It is October. 2024 is almost over. What in the world? How? Man, we are jumping. Time is speeding up. I mean, I felt like that. I can't believe 2017 was 7 years ago. That is wild to me. That's when I was off paper, off everything. I don't feel like it was that long ago. I feel like it was just a couple years ago. But it was 7 years ago. It's been 7 years since I've been I was on probation since I was 17 or in parole or in prison. I was all I wanted to do. I was never not on something since I was 17, and it was fucking horrible. I don't know. And at the time, all this time that was happening, those years I never thought about having peace of mind. Like, I didn't think that I had no peace of mind. I know that I didn't, but I don't know how I survived because I have anxiety as it is now. Like, everything stresses me out. I get worried about my cats. And then imagine me being a complete fucking wasted drug addict who, is buying drugs, selling drugs, doing drugs, and working, trying to, I kept it together for a long time. I kept it together until around, let's say I started doing drugs when I was 22. Isn't that crazy? I was 22 the first time I took a Percocet, which is wild. My other addictions before that were shopping and sex. I didn't know that, but it does transfer. But I should talk about this on another thing. But I mean, I don't know if anybody's even interested in this, but I should probably talk about this on a different thing on the sobriety one. But yeah, I'm excited for Halloween. I'll wait. But yeah, because I'm going to make up the thumbnail and make it a segment tonight. And then I'm going to ask ChatGTP to help me write up something for like Carl. I want to ask Carl. I want to ask Mike. And then, some ideas. Every week as I talk about it, I might talk about a different thing that has to do with addiction or mental illness, like enabling, and then next week talk about like, staying sober, but like or getting sober on the drugs that are going to kill you. And if you do other drugs, are you still sober? You know what I mean? Just topics like that. And, let people share their journey and how they stay sober and talk about Bravo and see where we land with it, because I feel like it's a conversation. Do we think, that can be talked about? We talk about whether we think Bravo is to blame, should these people even be on TV? There's a lot of conversations and a lot of time, like a lot of their stories I want them to be able to tell if they want to. Because Carl lost his brother. I lost a sister, basically. And I am myself. I lost so many friends. My brother lost his 3 best friends. My brother Sean, one brother Sean. I think so too. My brother Sean, and George's brother Sean, we lost him to addiction. Basically. He died from liver failure and stuff. Just 2 years ago. He was only 36. So like George has lost his brother. Carl lost his brother. I've lost many friends. I died myself. Fortunately, I came back it was a reset in my life, basically what I said. But yeah, it does transfer too. Well, this is the thing. Okay. They do sign contracts. The contract does state that you will be around alcohol. We might use it as, it tells you what they're going to do with it. We might manipulate storylines. If you have mental illness, then maybe not be on the show. Or if you are going to continue to be on the show, please sign it right here. So you don't sue me later. They're well aware of what's going to happen. Just like I'd be well aware if I went on to Jersey Shore. I'm not a housewife show person. But if I was asked to be on the Jersey Shore or something, I'd be well aware that my friendships that I had would probably be ending. And that I'm going to be around alcohol and parties and drugs. I couldn't do that now. I don't want to go party anywhere. That's not fun for me. I'm an old lady now. I'm in bed with my cats by 6. It was a lot for me to go to City Winery. You guys know that. You guys know I can't stay up. I'm up 3:45 with my husband. I get up with him every day, but then I'm in bed by 6, and he's still up. He's usually downstairs. I can hear him out there. Babe, why don't you come in and say hi? Babe, come in and say hi. He's out there. He's such a hard worker. He's such a good person. He's the main reason I was able to stay sober too. His unconditional love from the day he met me is what made me continue to and learn and work on myself and love myself. I still wonder what the hell he was doing with me. Yeah, I don't know. And he gets really upset when I question because I do believe that. I'm you don't love me. I go through it all because of mental illness. I'm very hard to live with. That's what I'm saying. Not only when I get off the drugs, then I got to deal with life as an adult sober, which I never had done. I was 22. My first Percocet was the answer to life. But I think I'm going to end this and I'm going to start another live about that and maybe talk about that because I guess I'm kind of in the mood to talk about it now. Because I'm really upset with Karen and no accountability, telling you have to. You can't heal it till you feel it. You know what I mean? And if you're going to be on a platform where people are looking up to you, don't sit there and tell us it's some bullshit, okay? Karen, I'm a tough love person. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. You cannot bullshit me. Addiction does not discriminate too, by the way. And sobriety is free. It has nothing to do with who has money, who doesn't have money. Anybody can get sober. Anybody can fucking be an addict. And it can happen to anybody and your friends and your family. It does not matter. It doesn't discriminate. People do things, and Karen, it's nothing to be ashamed of at the moment. You should be ashamed that you're not taking accountability yet. And that's why you're still drinking. Because you think you haven't done anything wrong. And you're going to throw it in our faces by still drinking. And say that I know that the courts don't have to hear all that. But again, you have to literally, you blew a point, whatever. I will. The other day, he's why do you? He's I don't know why you think that. Because I'm he's you really think I don't love you? He's I don't know why. He's I give up trying to tell you that I do. I say that because we're so different. Like I am such a like I feel everything 3,000 times more than anybody else. I have my whole life. I feel everything. People throw their trash out. It bothers me. I don't like anything being. I have this issue with trash. I don't have an issue there. I like rescue stuffed animals from the trash can. I'm very like. I feel everything. Okay. My husband is normal. He's a normal person. He's doing the same thing every day for the last 27 years. Same job, same. He did have the same car. We got a new car, but the same girlfriend before me. He had for 18 years. He lived in this house his whole life. He's just a very simple person. Very, very simple, quiet person. You actually would think he hates me. By the way, it looks like he's got resting Miller face. He looks mean. He looks like he hates me, but he's not. He's literally the best person I know. He literally, I was at my worst. I was heavy, out of rehab, prison. I still had about $30,000 fines, $80,000 in debt for the IRS. I can't ever own anything. I can never have anything in my name. I was on probation parole. I had to go away still. I had to do, actually, no, I got out and I met him. I had to do a couple of days. I did like 2 or 3 days after I met him, and that was it. I got, I got violated, and they put me in there, and then they let me out. And then I spent the next 2 years doing the right thing. My problem is I never wanted to do the right thing on probation. I just wanted to, and I just kept getting like other charges and stuff. I don't know. It started for fighting, and then it turned into the arrest that happened with the white collar stuff. Then it was also like after that I would get out, I would be on like parole or probation, and then I would start fighting with this girl, and that was a problem. And then it was like the last 5 years when I met my husband is when I decided to do it the right way. And then they're like, if you pay it off early, I had to pay stuff early. I make my restitution. You'll get off early, right? So I thought I thought early October 2017 would be the end. And that was literally the end of my 5-year probation. And I didn't do it the right way until it was like literally maybe even like the last 2 years. When I say right, like showing up and not being dirty, not like no drugs. I got one other charge after that too. I got a charge for selling something. And I fought that shit for like a year or two. I was like, because I knew that was going to fuck up my probation, and I was so close to being off, and randomly something happened, and I was like, oh shit, and that also taught me a huge lesson, not to just be so like, not to be a drug dealer and sell pills. Just if somebody needs some fucking pills, just give goddamn shit to them. Just, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's sick, give them a pill. I'll never be a drug dealer again. People try to like give me money for shit. I'm like, I'm not a fucking drug dealer. Are you out of your mind? Just saying, hypothetically pot or something when somebody wants, and I'm like, and then people come here and they'll like tell me they'll tell me about the shit, their crimes that they're committing, like where they got their shot. I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to know. Why are you putting me in a position? Like, don't tell me your crime. Don't tell me what you did. Are you like, I don't want to know. And if you get some, I don't want to know what illegal shit you did. Do not put me in that position. Man, if my best friend ever came here, somebody came in and told me they did something like unalive somebody, and it make me have to turn your ass in. Ugh. Like my sister will tell me all these. I'm like, well, why are you telling me where you got your drugs from? Allegedly, if you ever had drugs. I don't want to know any of this. I don't like. I only perjure myself one day if everything ever happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be. And then if that ever happens, I don't want to be like, oh, maybe Krista do, or no, I don't want to be in that little. No. Like, people are crazy. And I had to cut a lot of people out of my life because my husband's such a normal, good person, and it's not. My sisters robbed us. I've had, somebody break in my house because of me. We had my gun stolen just 2 years ago from my sister's husband, stole from us. Like, you know what I mean? People still, like, I had our insurance money stolen. It was like $1,500 from a friend of mine. So the scumbags I've allowed into our life have hurt us, and they're out of our lives. At my wedding, I cut everybody off my wedding picture, my beautiful wedding picture. I have X's over my bridesmaids' faces, all their fucking cunt bag faces. I cut them all off for very good reasons. I asked them, give me one goddamn day. Just give me one day. If not, please don't be fucked up at the wedding. Please just don't embarrass me. One day I need from you guys. Just one day. I do everything for these fucking people, They're all living in my house at one point, all of them needed me at one point. I'm fine with just friends. My wedding. But no, they couldn't do that. They couldn't stop selling drugs, being drug addicts. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, man. There's a lot of stuff. And I had to. And my sister says I'm a sociopath for doing it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not protecting my peace. You're coming here, you're dropping drugs in my house. I have cats and kids like that run around, like my nieces and nephews. don't bring drugs to my house. Even when I never once, I don't know, people don't sell drugs, but you don't sell drugs out of your fucking house. You don't keep it there. You don't ever do that shit. And people would just come here, and it's just crazy, and drop drugs in my house with my cats and my nieces next door. And me, I don't want the drugs here. I'm not a drug addict anymore. And like, that's the problem. And my friends never listened, and they were stealing from me. You know, the main problem cut them out was basically that shit. And then M, you know, I've told that story a million times. You know who that is. She's a part of that whole person, that whole group, and that just, it took me how many years to get over that? I stopped crying about her last year. I didn't stop crying about her until last year. You know? But yeah. And then finally, I'm like, I'm tired of missing things and not going to events and not going to things because I'm afraid to not be around her. Like funerals and birthdays of people that we know, you know, stuff like that. Oh, it ends at this end. But nobody else is here, guys. Wish I could see anybody's on Instagram or whoever's watching. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'm gonna turn this over, shut this off, and go to do this variety one. And I think I'll just introduce myself and exactly what I'm doing, like a little intro thing, you know what I mean? And then I do want to talk about my stuff, but I don't know when the time would be appropriate to talk about my addictions and issues on that segment part. But if anybody has any ideas, honestly, if you guys have any questions or you want my opinion on any Bravo stuff, send me DMs or put it in the chat or the comments. If you want me to talk about anything else, like if any topics, like Bravo topics or other shows, put that stuff in the comment section too. Twitter and all that stuff. Again, Peter, if you are watching, believe me, just because I talk about Teresa and her shit, it's just because I care. It's not that serious. These people and our problems are not our people or our problems. I have my own problems to be mad about when I put my device down. I love you. I'm glad you're here. I don't think anybody else is, though. That's fine. It's been 2 hours. Like, listen, I realize that the ones, my longer shows aren't getting a lot of views because they're so long. I'll tell people you don't have to watch the end. The end's usually just me rattling on for on and on and on about that's going on Bravo first for my life. And some people tell me they don't want me to cut it off, but okay. Okay, any ideas about the sobriety stuff? It's going to be sobriety with Krista Marie, and then I'm going to have certain people on. Why am I going out? All right. Or people that like on the Bravo verse that you know that are getting sober or not getting sober, or talk about sobriety, any of that. Anybody I can reach out to, because I told you who my main people are. Carl, and I want to ask them to come on and talk about their sobriety. And I know, Terry, that you watch Rob Brothers a lot. I feel like they're too cool for school for me now. Like they're like, you know, traveling and on tour. But maybe he will do a show with me and talk about stuff and give me some ideas, because he's actually not that far from me. So that'd be cool to do a podcast episode maybe about sobriety. Bravo, sobriety by Bravo. I don't know. See, I was going to call it sobriety by Bravoing, but that makes it sound like a joke, kind of. And it's not, like, but my main thing is the people that are on Bravo. And what do they think about this? And I like my number. All right, guys. I'm talking to you. And I watch other people do their live shows, and they're, like, so, like, streamlined, and they act like you're not even there. Like, I tell you, I'm, like, talking to you guys like we're sitting here, like, you know what I mean? I don't think that's an issue. It is for the podcast side, I think, sometimes. But I'm talking to you guys because you guys know me. Most of you guys know me. You know my issues. Why I can't sit still. Now, I wonder, too, like, if I go out somewhere, I don't think I do this. I was watching, like, my friend was videoing me the other night. I don't do that when I'm anywhere else. I only do it here. I think it's because I can see myself. And then somebody's like, well, don't have a camera on yourself. Then I'm like, no, because then I sit there and, you know. I also literally, all my mirrors, because I look at my mirrors so many times, I have all positive stuff written all over my mirrors. Like, you're beautiful, you are enough, I am enough, stuff like that. It works. I say it every day. And you know what? And the craziest thing is, since I started doing that, I feel like better about myself. I do. Like right now, I think I look really good. Even though I just got the Botox and fillers. I'm proud of myself. But I think my hair and makeup look good. I did myself. And I never feel like that. I'm obsessed with my jeans. I'm obsessed with my boots. Like, I've been saying I love you to myself every day in the mirror. And I think it's working. And it's not because I'm not being vain. I'm not just talking about my face. I suffer mentally and internally, big time with self-love. So for me I love the person that I am, and I feel like sometimes people, things that they do and take advantage of it, it changes me, and I don't want to change like the way I help people, but I had to, because I kept getting, people were stealing from me after that. It sucks. But you help people because you want to, and it feels good. Like I listen, I probably would have paid for Maureen to stay and her kids. I would have paid their goddamn rent for a year if I could, Like I would, and I never would have thought twice about what I did for them, But people that take advantage of it and hurt you, it makes you not want to do that anymore. And it's like I want to do that shit for them and my nieces and nephews, but it's like my poor. All right, I'm rattling. I gotta stop. All right, guys, this is part of my mental issue. Right, is this whole rattling manic thing. I love you. You're the best too. All right, are you gonna come to? All right, I'm gonna do another segment in a little bit. I'm gonna. I love making my thumbnails, but and recurl my hair, and I'll be back. And I will send out the thing. I'm so excited to do it now. I'm going to take it real serious too. All right, who's on your podcast side? If you're still there, please follow my podcast. Please rate me 5 stars. If you're not following the podcast, please go follow it. My rating went down. I need people to rate me. Even if you don't like me, give me a review and tell me what you don't like about me. I take criticism well, but my rating went down. I don't like my Apple rating to be below. I had 5 stars on both Apple and Spotify. There's not a lot of ratings on there, but somebody, I think Jax did it back. I did it to Jax and Brittany before I knew. Okay, I went over there when I started podcast. I fucking rated it 1 star. I was like so petty. And then I found out that they can see who rates them. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, they saw it. Let me give it to you. It's in my description, but I'm going to put it up. I'll put it up here now for you. So Jax saw that I rated him 1 star, and I think that's who rated me 1 star. I have to check, but I will check to see. But it would be I probably deserve. I definitely deserve it actually for him to do that to me. And I was trying to be sneaky because I didn't think he would stay. Here, I'm going to put it right. I'm going to give you the Apple one. Do you have Apple, or I'll put both Apple and Spotify in there for you real quick, because both of them get ratings. And even like 1 5-star rating right now would help. I have every time I meet somebody, I take their phone and I go right back. I'm like, sorry, guys. I'm like, every time I meet somebody, even when I go to a store, I tell them, I'm like, guys, I have a podcast called 21. Please go rate and review me. If somebody asks me, I start talking about it. I make sure I tell people all the time. A lot of people at like stores, like here's the one for. Should have just popped up for Apple. Yeah, there's the Apple one. They're the one that's ratings, and Spotify has ratings. And you don't even have to listen to the whole thing again. I mean, you don't have to listen to me go talk again. I just, I went to all my neighbors' house one time. I was like, guys, in your phones now. And like my family, you would think with my family members, I have my 5-star ratings. I have a huge family. But no, where's the get the Spotify one? It does help. It really does. Like people don't understand. They will give me affiliated marketing. Like I'll get paid for it if eventually, if a lot of people at least just watch or rate the show and they watch it personally. I'm sorry. Let me just get the Spotify one. Or can I get to some of the wrong thing? Gosh darn it. Here we go. 6 ratings. Spotify. Oh, Apple. Oh my God, my Apple rating is. All right, this one's for Spotify. I still have 5 stars there. That's good. It's only 5 ratings, but 5-star ratings is good. But all right, so please go there too, guys. And I am in the middle of uploading my episodes to there. I wish they would just automatically do it. It sucks that I can't have them automatically uploaded through here once I'm done my lives. I have to do it. It takes so long. It says this is anonymous. I try to link it. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. So both of them are linked, and I'll pin it. I think I'm full. It's not letting me pin it. Never mind, it's not letting me pin it. Okay, I should be up there though. Sorry. My nose is running. Okay. All right. I'm a mess. Look at me. The hair. I mean, I know I put extra hair, but like it's like I look a mess. Look at my red lights. All right. I definitely look manic. Don't I? Okay, I'll be back. I love you all. Thank you. Please comment, like, subscribe, and definitely do